5-hour story time. This is my version of the 5-hour story time. But anyways, here's my story. I decided it would be a good idea to walk from... For those of you who don't know where this is, they're quite a while apart. Like, if you're driving 55, it takes you like 15 minutes to get from... So it's a bit of a walk, especially if you decide not to run. And what's the point in running unless I'm being chased by a guy with a chainsaw or some crazy lady who's trying to get me to her religion, or a black guy trying to steal my wallet, or even a white guy. White guys do it too. It's just black people get caught more. Cops are racist in the bloopers. But anyways, I decided it was okay to walk, okay? And I started walking at 8:30. As I'm walking, this guy pulls up. And I have my headphones in. I'm jamming out to Emily Autumn. Yes. I like Emily Autumn. I like the Dresden Dolls. I like girly bands. I take out my headphones. Because I don't want to be rude. Because I would just be rude. But I take out my headphones and he suddenly just leans over the car seat, you know, like, he's all like, hey man, you need a ride. So naturally, I'm just like, I'm thinking back to my macaroni years. I was a little macaroni noodle shaped like a dinosaur, but it was a dinosaur. I think back to those years and I think, stranger danger. Okay, which is what everyone should think. I'm like, no thanks, man. No thank you. And he decides he's going to try and persuade me. Well, which way are you headed, man? Where are you headed? I'm facing the opposite direction as this man. I tell him, you know, which way I'm going, because I'm thinking, you know, maybe he's just a polite guy. You know, he's sitting there, he's trying to help me out. But I don't want help. I want this adventure. I'm walking there. I don't think he'll understand. He thinks we're best friends. Oh, really? Really? I'm headed that way myself. Are you sure you don't want to ride? Are you sure? Because I've walked there. There's bears. Yeah. So I tell him, no, thank you. I'm walking. I never did it before. So I think I'm good, pal. I'm just gonna walk. He looks at me like he's all pissed off. Like he's offended. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm gonna drive away. I'm sorry. That was pretty much the only thing I could think of. That was pretty much the only thing I could think of. I continue walking. And he turns around, comes back. So he pulls up, okay? He pulls up, and he stops his car again. He is in the middle of the highway. Right there! In the middle of the highway. He scared me, pretty much. So he pulls up, he stops his car, and he rolls down his window again. Buddy, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to ride? Are you sure you don't want to ride? You don't have to walk. You don't have to walk. You don't. You don't have to. You could ride in my car. You could do it. You can ride in my car. So at this point, I just tell him, no thank you. And, of course, he gets pissed off and drives away again. All this happened, I swear to God, like, I could not make this shit up. Okay. I am scared for my life. It was weird. As I am walking, I come across a dog and its owner. It's an older woman. She's a bit big. She was bigger than me. So I was terrified. Especially what I saw next. Okay, and the dog is smelling for places to, and it is evaluating which place needs a nice pile of on it. I don't know why. I look over, and this woman picks her nose. Like there's no freaking tomorrow. She's picking her nose. And out of nowhere, I see her do the most disgusting thing with this booger. Do you say something? Do you do what your grandparents did? Hey, yeah, you. Don't eat your boogers. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You put that booger down right now. Do you do that to a grown adult? I continue walking. I decide, you know what, I need to get the hell out of here. Because I don't know if booger eating is contagious. I used to eat my boogers. I think every kid did. I believe it is contagious. And if you're around someone who is picking their boogers and eating them, you might start eating your boogers. Just saying. And I finally make it to... I sit down for a moment and I realize... It is 11:30 at night. 3 freaking hours! It took me 3 hours to walk! So I call a friend of mine. My friend, Derek. Yeah, what's going on? I seriously screwed up. I walked to do... You walked from where? Okay. What's going on? Could you give me a ride home? I need a ride home. I have to be up at 10. Get ready and then leave. And be at work. I just got out of the shower, man, so, yeah, I'll take you. Just walk up to my house. Thank you so much, Derek. Thank you. No problem, man. No. Stop crying. You don't stop crying, I'm not giving you a ride. Just walk on up. I hang up my phone, and I start freaking power walking. I get up to the street he lives on. All of a sudden, I see this kind of heavyset guy walking down the street. It looks like Derek. I look over, and it's Derek. It's Derek. He is coming to meet me. I'm gonna go and meet him halfway. Because that's the polite thing to do. But I start walking across the road. And all of a sudden, he spots me. And he starts crossing across the road. And as I get up closer, I start realizing... That's not Derek. And he is this close to my face. Who would ever be this close? He's right there, staring at me. And I say, "You're not who I thought you were." And he looks at me with the most deadpan face. It's okay, man. I like to fight. His knuckle, this one right here, is busted open. Wet blood and dry blood crusted onto his finger. It looks like this kid just punched a freaking wall. A brick wall made out of real bricks. I am terrified for my freaking life. And I tell him, I like to walk. I'm gonna go now. I start walking, and all of a sudden I hear, hey buddy, you got a cigarette? It's my last one. My last freaking cigarette. Wrong. It is. I don't know. Yeah. Here you go. Take it. It's my last one. You have a good day. Thanks, man. You can't tell me you don't feel uncomfortable just thinking about that situation. You gotta feel uncomfortable. It's as if someone took your last fruit-flavored Tootsie Roll. Took your last one after showing you their bloody, AIDS-infested hand. I don't know if he had AIDS. He probably had herpes. It immobilizes your leg. I get in the car with Derek, and I tell him, Derek, I'm never walking boys again. Well, it doesn't seem like that smart of an idea. You're dumb. Paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't. Don't eat your boogers.